Hello my dear students, this is Akash HD. Welcome to the ASD physics classes. Hope so you all are doing really great. So students, in this video we are going to solve the question from the chapter wave optics. Topic is the diffraction of light. Okay, so the question is, if the measured angular separation between the second minimum to the left of the central maximum and the third minimum to the right of the central maximum is 30 degree in a single slit diffraction pattern recorded using 628 nanometer light. Okay, then the width of this slit is how much, and here we have to tell in a micrometer. So here I have drawn the arrangement like this. Here you can see there is the some objections are there, na, some barrier is there, and light is going to pass through this. So this is the slit width, na, that is the barrier here, and this is the slit width A. Okay, so what will happen that here, if we see just straight here at this point, what will happen that here, this is called the central maxima. I have just put here with the star sign, central maxima. After that, what will happen that this is the central maxima, this is the left side, and that is the right side. So central maxima is there, then after that first secondary minima, then we can see first secondary maxima, and then second secondary minima. Okay, so you can see very well, this is the central maxima, and here this is the central maxima, this is the first secondary maxima. Okay, and similarly if we see this side, so here what will happen that here, this is called, this is the maximum, this is minima, this is first secondary maxima, this is what, second secondary maxima. Now in between them, just kindly see here what is there. You can see between the central maxima and the first secondary maxima there is the minima is there. This is that, this distance is the minima, this is called first secondary minima. And if you see this one here, this is called what is second secondary minima. Okay, I hope so very clear. Similarly when we go right side, again see central maxima, this is the first secondary minima. After that here maximum will come, and this is what, second secondary minima, and after that we can see here third secondary minima. So according to the question they are telling left side what is their second minimum, and right side what is their third minimum. So again let's take here, this is the first minimum, second minimum. This side we see here first minimum, second minimum, third minimum. Okay, I hope so this is very clear. And what they are telling that here, let's take this angle for the minima is theta 2, and this side for third minima angle is theta 3. I hope so basic is very clear. Again I will tell you, this is the central maxima, first secondary minima, first secondary maxima, and here what we can tell, second secondary minima. After that this side if we go here, central maxima, this is the first secondary minima, this is the first secondary maxima, second secondary minima, second secondary maxima, and this one third secondary minima. Now very basic thing is there. So according to the question they are telling what, this angle, this theta 2, that means left side, and that side angle theta 3. So this theta 2 plus theta 3, what is given here, 30 degree. Now, and in a radian we can write here pi by 6. Okay, so here we should know here the minima condition. The minima condition is that, remember that here for minimum, for minimum remember that here a sin theta n should be equal to n lambda. What is there, a sin theta n should be equal to how much, n lambda. And here we can tell very well this angle theta degree is not very small. Okay, so if the angle theta is not very small, this approximation we can't use it, we can't tell sin theta equal to theta. Okay, so in that situation what will happen that here we have to just go in a reverse way. What we can tell here, see if I write here, if we go for the theta 2, from here theta 2 will become what here, it will become sin theta n equal to n lambda by a, then we'll take here the sin inverse that side. So we can tell here sin inverse 2 lambda by a, plus if we see theta 3, what will happen that here, n will become 3, so we can write here, see sin inverse 3 lambda by a is equal to pi by 6. This is the basic equation, we have to solve it, and then we have to get the value of a. But the problem is what here, this equation is going to be very complex solving. Okay, so what we'll do here, this thing we will not use it. Why? Because calculation is going to be very tough. We have to use the formula sin inverse x plus sin inverse y. We have to solve it. It will become very problematic. So what we'll do here, we will just use the approximation in this angle itself. Okay, so what can I tell here? If I see from here, I will use the approximation. What approximation tells that if the angle is small, theta can be considered as a sin theta. This approximation I will use it here now to avoid the calculation, because sometimes it is required in a question, otherwise it will become very problematic. So what is the theta 2? This theta 2 I can just write here sin theta 2 plus theta 3 I can write here sin theta 3 is equal to pi by 6. Okay, please. Now what will happen that here, from here, if I see from here, from minima condition, what is the sin theta 2? I can write here, see, 2 lambda by a, plus what is sin theta 3? Right side, I can write here, see, 3 lambda by a is equal to what is here? Kindly see here, pi by 6. Okay, now we can see very well, 2 lambda by a plus 3 lambda by a, what is coming here? 5 lambda by a is equal to pi by 6. Okay, so from here what we have to do, we have to just calculate here the value of what they are asking, width of this slit. That means a we have to calculate. So when I will calculate here the value of a, just simplify and tell me what is the value of a from here. 6 will go this side, so I can write here 30 lambda by pi. 30 lambda by pi. Is it? We have to just simplify this. Is it 30 lambda by pi? Now after that, let's just put here the value. This is the 30 lambda value. What they have given, kindly see here, 628 nanometer. So we can tell 628 into 10 to the power minus 9, or just for the simplification purpose, later you can see why I'm writing like this, 6.28 into 10 to the power minus 7. What is the value of the pi? You know very well here, the value of pi is 3.14. So when you will simplify this, what this will happen, let's see, 3.14, 6.28 cancelled, it will come 2. Okay, so 30 into 2, it will become here 60 into 10 to the power minus 7, or what we can write here, see, 6 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. Is it? So 6 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter means what will happen that here, it will become here 6 micrometer, because 10 to the power minus 6 meter is what? A micrometer. Okay, so I hope so this is very clear here. Okay, and if in case they have asked maximum and all that, so it will become for the maximum condition, a sin theta n is equal to n plus half lambda. Okay, see, I will write here also I will write here for the maxima condition. If in case in any question they ask maxima, so what is the condition? A sin theta n is equal to n plus half lambda. Is it? This is the condition. Kindly remember that here, this is the n. And remember that one more thing, the width of the central maxima is always what? Twice of the other maxima. And here you can see in diagram also. Kindly see here very well. So students, I hope so this video is very clear to you. Keep studying, keep growing.